at a off-world location that is being set up to build cohesion amongst the various alien factions that are rising up against the Gould system lords. In order to do so, you have been selected to represent your various cultures as part of the Pheonix Initiative. It is headed up by General P.K. Lawyer. And you guys will be training here at Pheonix Base, preparing to go on missions if you are proven that you're field capable. Those that are not will be given various positions of administrative and support roles. So, one thing to note for anything that you guys may want to have or will be popping up as a character ability, this particular episode is a D6 tension die. So, just as a FYI to that.
That's something you roll, right?
Not necessarily. So certain class abilities or racial abilities will allow you to add the tension die to checks or damage, things like that. So that's where that D6 comes in, that is your roll for how serious the episode is, how much of a bonus you get in that.
Okay.
So, as you arrive, you're escorted to a meeting area where a Jaffa male and a human walk into the room. The human is wearing a pressed blue pair of pants, button-up shirt with gold stars pinned to each shoulder. There we go. He's about 6'3", a hardened look, and looks you all over. Recruits! I am General P.K. Lawyer. You will address me as General Lawyer. I want to welcome you freedom fighters to this site, designated Pheonix Site. The Pheonix Site is for you, the formerly oppressed, the enslaved, and the betrayed. With your continued efforts, we will weaken the defenses of the false gods and continue to bring freedom to the galaxy. Recent missions have brought hope to us all as we have borne witness to the fall of the System Lords, Sokar, Cronus, Apophis, and others. I would like to personally thank you for joining us at this critical time. The recent infiltration of the Alpha Site has been a major setback, but has given us the opportunity to bring you all here at Pheonix Site. This is both a perilous and momentous time. To have so many races unite under one common goal does bolster my spirit. He gives a slight smile and raises an eyebrow, and then continues. Over the next few weeks, you'll be trained in combat, survival, diplomacy, medicine, and other vital skills. If you desire to be a member of the Pheonix Site, this is a mandatory requirement, regardless of your previous experience with combat or otherwise. Those of you who have what it takes will be selected and placed as team members to explore the Gate network. Let it be known, though, not everyone will be selected for Gate exploration. Some of you may be placed here at Pheonix Site to perform other roles. Others may be assigned as undercover agents. I stress to you all that no role is insignificant at such a crucial time. He looks over his shoulder to another man who steps forward. Major Abraham Ross will be assisting me as your commanding officer during training. Again, I welcome you all to Pheonix Site and thank you for your service. As he turns and marches out of the room. At this point, Major Ross begins calling groups of you forward, letting you know that you should be preparing for combat training. One of the things you will need to do shortly is pick up your base kit, That will be your primary source of equipment while you're here and traveling about. Extended missions will allow you to take more than that, but for the most part, that is your primary load. Going to be your primary loadout. So let's go ahead and get everyone equipped. So, let's see. For Chuck, you need your rifle. All right, let's get that for you. All right, so you should now see your equipment on your inventory tab. If you tab over to your actions page, you'll see you've got your weapons there, as well as your jury rigging ability.
Yep.
In Actions tab?
I just finished Chuck. I'm grabbing.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get Ghost next, and then go from there. So Ghost, you have a choice of: do you want a P90 or do you want a crossbow for your second weapon?
Let's go with the crossbow.
Okay. A little bit more stealthy scouting type, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you should have your stuff now, and then this. And Oxide, you get a Mossberg 500 shotgun
Nice.
to go with your base kit. So that is basically what you're going to have as default equipment to start with. Beyond that, certain mission-specific items may be granted, or you can ask for mission-specific items, but that is primarily what you guys have for your setup and gear. Now, why is this? Whatever reason, it was deciding to default to strength for your guys' weapons instead of dex. That's real quick here.
Is ammunition limited?
Yes. So if you notice on your inventory tab, you will have, should be here somewhere. I guess I didn't put it on because of the different types. Ammunition is going to be basically you've got 2 reloads for each weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, the Beretta. Okay, I'll have to fix that for next time. For For whatever reason, it's not showing that properly. But I will get that fixed between now and next session. So basically, I think the Beretta, I'm going to say 8 shots for right now. The shotgun also will hold 8 shots. The P90s are have 12, and the crossbow is however many bolts you want to carry around with you, Ghost. It just takes longer to reload that one.
Okay.
It's not got a clip and an auto fire on it. Now, just for the understanding, there are certain things that will be labeled as magic weapons. That is not actually magical. What that means is they are sufficiently advanced to penetrate certain types of armor. So some things may have damage resistance or be immune to weapons that are not advanced enough to penetrate their hide, etc. All right. So after getting your base kit set up, Major Ross gathers you guys together. Says, recruits, an important part of the off-world travel is survival. In order to do that, you need to be prepared for combat. Many of you may not be familiar with gunfire and shooting targets behind cover. We aim to change that to help you prepare for the real thing. And to that end, we have set up a course that will allow you to learn how to fire weapons and duck behind cover. The goal is to familiarize yourself with ranged combat should the need arise. It is of importance that you understand angles and cover should you come under fire. To that end, we have adapted several Gould Intar weapons to our own weaponry. It should be fit for ranged combat practice. Know that in this configuration, 3 shots stuns a target. So do not hit 3 times, as this will result in disciplinary action. This training is not optional. Melee combat is not permitted on the course. 2 shots and you are out. Groups of recruits will be split into teams. May the best team win. So you guys are given basically equivalent to your normal weapons training versions. And basically led to a speedball paintball course. Let me grab the map for this.
I just have to ask so I understand something.
Yes.
Because I might have missed this. So did the general or whoever that was just tell us that 3 shots stun someone?
Yes.
But we will be disciplined if we shoot someone 3 times.
Yes. You are out if you are hit twice.
Oh, okay. Okay,
so
that's
the
the
idea
part
is
that
they
I
don't want
missed.
you knocking somebody out on the course. This is just a practice. Familiarize yourself. Don't go full on and nuke somebody all the way down.
Okay, that was my misunderstanding. I thought basically he was saying 3 shots tranquilize someone, but you're not allowed to shoot someone 3 times.
Correct.
And go.
Yes. So basically, if you are hit twice, you are out.
Okay.
We're hitting each other.
You are shooting at each other, yes.
Okay.
Now, the other thing is one of the special rules for Stargate is the cover option. So anytime there is some kind of cover, you can use an action to take cover, which means you are basically increasing the status of the cover you are using by 1 until either somebody moves around to flank you or you get up and move yourself. So I thought I had basically, the idea is right now, you guys will be going out without your armor equipped, so your AC is going to be base 10 plus whatever your dexterity is. So, swap that real quick on everybody. And basically what we will be doing is basically practice combat so that you can get the feel for how everything works. So, stuff like that. Alright. Give me 1 second, I gotta get the map set up because I had one and not slow. Alright. Quick and dirty map. I will say most of the Stargate stuff is meant to be run more theater of the mind, but for this one we will go ahead and use the map just so you guys can see kind of how everything works in Fantasy Grounds as well. So, first off, go ahead and roll initiative, please.
Sorry, where is that?
If you go to the main tab of your character sheet, right in the center, there's a section that says INIT, that box right below it with the number in it.
Did it work?
I did not see it come through. Double click it. Or drag it over to the chat box and...
Okay, there.
There we go. Oh, 16. White on white. Okay.
What happened to the text? Oh, the text is white?
Yeah, you apparently set your die that it's white text on white background.
Okay,
And
I thought it was just not loading.
Nope.
Okay.
Ghost
Fixed.
has a 15. So, we will go ahead and start. So it's Chuck and Goss versus Doll and Oxide. Chuck, you are up first. So, just so you guys know, the lines are 3/4 cover. The circles are half cover. So if you duck behind one of those, you can get cover, do things like that. But so you can either use the mouse to move your character around, or you can use your arrow keys to move your character.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull my character sheet back up. It's not letting me do that.
Double click on your name up at the top.
That worked. Thank you. Okay, you said each square was what?
Each square is 1 meter.
And what's our speed? And then we can move 30 squares then?
No. So your speed. Did not pull that up. Should be here. I believe your base speed is 5 meters.
Okay.
I think Ghost has a little bit more, but base speed is 5 meters. So basically, you're moving about the same as you would for a normal D&D. About 5 squares.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna run around there? Okay. I don't know what there we go. I'll keep grabbing the line. All right. And I'll take cover here.
All right. Let's get you all the way in the square. So you're going to take cover behind there, so go from 3/4 to full cover. Sounds good.
I'll delete this line.
Just click both your left and right mouse keys simultaneously. There you go. All right, and then when you're done, on the combat tracker, there should be an arrow that says Next Actor. You can click that to advance the turn to Oxide.
I don't see a combat tracker.
Up at the very top right corner, do you see the crossed swords under Tools?
There we go. Thank you.
All right, Oxide, it is your turn.
Okay. We're very far away from the wall. Hang on. What are the circles in the center again?
Those are half cover.
Half cover, okay. I can't make it over there. I think I'll just go here. Get rid of it.
So you're gonna tuck up against the wall there.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take cover.
Okay. When you're done, go ahead and advance the turn.
There we go.
Ghosts.
Okay, I don't see anything that would give me extra movement, so I think I also have 5.
Okay. I thought somebody had a racial that gave them an extra movement. boost, but I may be wrong about that.
I think they're sufficiently far enough away, and that I will just pop out on the far side of that wall and hunker down against it, I guess.
Okay.
And that's won't let me click next actor.
Won't let you click next. Oh, that's because it's still on Oxide. All right, there you go. We'll pass over and go to Dull. All right, 5, 10. Still used to D&D thinking. 1, 2, 3. Get up to there. That is within range, so he's going to take a shot with the P90. And that is one hit on Goss, and then we'll step behind the wall.
Wait, what's the range of the weapon?
P90s have a range of 200 meters for normal and 1,800 meters for long range.
Okay. But are we all using P90s? Because you said something about paintball gun.
The Entars are basically a replica of the same weapon, except it fires an energy pulse instead of an actual bullet.
Okay, so then I will have to look at my weapon to see the range.
Yes. So,
Okay.
for example, yours, the Mossberg 500, it has a range of 10 for normal and 30 for long range. You also have the Beretta, which it has a normal of 50 and long range of 100.
Okay.
And, you know, from where I am to Gos is about 30 meters, so everybody should be able to use their Berettas overall. So, that is that round. Back to the top. Chuck.
All right. Oh, it's now moved to meter. Okay, there. Yeah, I'll go. I guess moving will take me out of cover on it, and I'll have to retake cover if I want to.
As long if you break away from what you have cover on, yes.
Okay, but if I like shimmied along to the other side, but it's still
You're fine.
So, like if I moved here.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. And
Currently, the only two that are targetable is Gull and Ghost, because you and Oxide have both taken full cover, or taken cover to get full cover benefits.
All right. I mean, I will take a shot at Dole.
Okay, go for it.
And not melee, not prime. See this one, and then I drag it onto the character token.
You can drag it onto the token. The other way you can do it is if you control click on the target, you can target them and then just roll it normal.
Okay. Yes.
Nope, that misses.
All right. Well, there you go.
Oxide, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to aim for Ghost.
Okay.
So control click.
Yep.
And then click on the weapon or the
to hit modifier.
This thing.
That is a hit.
Did it hit? Nice.
So Ghost. Unfortunately, sir, you have been tagged twice.
Yep.
Anything else you're doing, Oxide?
You said I can go back to half cover, right?
Well, you can so if you're in cover, basically what you were doing is you were leaning out, popping shot, ducking back. You're not out of cover at the moment.
Okay. Okay. I'll stay there.
Okay. Ghost, you are out, sir. Dull. He is going to go ahead and dash over here to the half cover. And that will be his turn. Chuck.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take another shot at Dole.
Okay.
Where's my character sheet?
Looking for a 14 or better.
It's close. It's close.
Close. Counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atom bombs.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna let them come to me.
All right, Oxide, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna move there. Am I considered like at the edge of that wall, or would it be one more?
You would need to be one more to be at the edge of the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna stay there then.
Okay. Is that everything for you?
Yeah. How do I get rid of these things that I put on the map? You see it, or is it just me?
Yeah, I see it. Click your left and right mouse button at the same time.
Yeah, I did that for the 3 meters, and it's just not going away.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Okay, thanks. Let me just go to next.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so Dole will dash up closer. Chuck, it is your turn.
All right. Everything's a +2, so there's no point to not use the Pheonix. So let's try that again. Surely this will work one of these times. Not this time, though.
Nope. Cover saved him. That +2 from the cover.
All right. Still feel safest right where I am. So I'm going to do this.
Oxide.
How does dash work again?
So you use your action to double your movement speed.
Oh, double. So that would be like 10 squares, right?
Yes.
Let's see if I can make it. What is that? 9. I think I can make it.
Yep, you should be able to make it.
Yeah. Oh, but then I can't hide?
Correct.
Because that's
so you would only get the +2 from partial cover, not a +3 from 3/4 cover if you were to take the cover action.
Oh. Okay, I will still get half cover. I'll risk it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Dole is going to dash over.
All right. Surely. 4th time's the charm. Surely. This one. All right.
Chuck, why don't you disconnect and reconnect and see if that resets your random number generator?
All right.
Because that is just a series of low rolls continuously. All right.
Let's just.
Well, Chuck is doing that. Oxide, what are you doing?
Is Chuck fully covered?
Chuck does have full cover, yes.
Okay.
That's all I've got going for me.
So basically, the problem
Okay.
is we can't see him to shoot at him at the moment,
Yeah. Okay.
unless we, for whatever reason, manage to break his cover line.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over here. And then that's all I have to do.
All right. Doll is going to run up to this bush, and since it's not a dash, he's going to take cover. So -5 to your rolls now. Oh, Chuck.
How do I pull the map back up?
Oh, I will resend it to you real quick.
All right.
There you go. The other way
There
to
we
get
are.
it back is double click on your picture on the combat track.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that would pull back up. So what were you saying? Someone had -5 now?
If you're attacking Doll, I have 3/4 cover, so it's a -5 to whatever you roll.
Oh. How's Oxide doing?
Oxide is half cover, so -2.
All right. Well, I need all the little number bonuses I can get, so I'm gonna go for Oxide.
Okay.
All right.
Where's my action step? There it is. I missed. Let's try that again.
Oh,
there we go.
Hey, there we go.
Uh-huh.
1 hit for Oxide.
Oh yeah, I've gotta do this. If I'm under 3/4 cover, can they still like see me if I move?
So
Like, if I stayed along this cover, if I move to the other side?
So right now you have full cover because you're taking cover behind the 3/4 cover. So
Yeah.
we can't target you. If you
Right.
move to the other side, like come to the front, you're out in plain view and you no longer have cover. So
No, I
that's
mean, like,
what
if
happened
I
to
move-
Goss.
If I'm
Back up to 3/4, it's going to stay full cover for you.
okay. All right. Then I guess I'll end that off fast turn.
All right, Oxide, it is your turn.
Diagonally, right? Diagonal.
You for that.
So if I go like, can I make continuous line? So like 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. And that's half cover.
Correct.
Because I dashed. Yep.
Yep. All right. Doll is going to ready for when Chuck decides to stick his head out and try shooting at us.
Okay. Might be a little risky. I'm going to run back over here, to this other cover.
Okay, so that will expose you, so Doll gets his shot.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit?
I believe so.
Yes. So that is 1 hit on Chuck.
All right. I will enter cover, I think, is the safer bet. And
Okay.
I can move a little. And I can move a little further.
All right. So you take
right
cover and do that. All right. Sounds good. Oxide.
Can I take my action here and like take 3/4 cover?
Yep. You can take cover to get 3/4 cover.
Okay.
Now, just so you guys understand how the lines work, Chuck, when you were right here, I actually had no cover against you because the cover is not between us. However, Oxide did. So just giving you that understanding of how those lines work. That if you break somebody's cover line, then the cover, even taking cover, doesn't do any good.
Right.
Okay, so you're just hunkering down right there, Oxide?
Yeah, sorry, my question to what you just said then. So when Chuck was running from one wall to the other, or one cover to the other, he could have shot at Dole?
He could have shot at either of us. If he'd shot at Dole, I would have had no cover bonus. But if he'd shot at you, you still would have had your cover bonus because the cover is between the two.
Okay. So you could have shot at each other when he was moving.
And that's what Dole did because he was holding a shot ready for when Chuck stuck his head back out again.
Okay. I'm playing it safe. I'm just cover.
Okay, you're just staying in cover? Sounds good.
Yep.
Alright, Dole is going to swing back around here and hold his shot ready. Chuck, it is your turn.
Dang. I'm gonna take a shot at Dole. I don't know what else to. At this point, let's just see if we can't dodge and hit a shot for twice. There we go.
Nice.
All right, that will. I believe. Yep, that hits. So that's one for each. And then Doll is going to try and shoot back at a -5 because of your cover. And you stick your head out to aim, and he misses horribly. All right. Is that everything for you, Chuck?
Yep.
Oxide?
So Chuck, to shoot at Chuck is -5.
So right now, shooting at Chuck is impossible because he's undercover. What happened was I was holding my shot so that when he stuck his head up to shoot at me, I could shoot back.
Yeah.
So I was using a readied action, basically.
Yeah, I think because you were talking about Chuck's turn, about the -5. I thought it was your turn, so never mind.
Yeah, I had a -5 to shoot at him because he had 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
So, what is Oxide doing this round?
I think I'm gonna stay put. I don't want to expose myself. Yeah. But I can hold my action, I guess, for the next opportunity, I guess.
So you're gonna hold ready for making an attack of opportunity if he pokes his head out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Dang.
Doll is going to take cover again, so he's back up to 3/4 cover. That's his action. Chuck.
Well, everybody's one hit, right?
Everybody's taking one hit, so if you poke your head out and we both shoot at you, you get one shot. But you got 3/4 cover, and we both have 3/4 cover at the moment.
All right, I'm going for it. I'm going for Dole.
Okay.
That's. Dang it. All right.
All right. Oxide, you get your reaction to make your attack on him.
Okay. Oh.
Nope.
Oh my, that was close.
Roll.
One more would have done it. That sucks.
Well, remember, you've got a +5 to your AC.
Oh?
So that's only an 8 equivalent because of your 3/4 cover that you're hiding behind.
Right.
So, yep. I'll miss.
All right. Well, that'll do it for me. Or actually, I'm going to move right there, and then that'll be it for me.
All right. Oxide, you're up.
I'm gonna stay there and hold my action for the next opportunity.
Okay. Dull will do the same. So, Chuck.
How are my sight lines on Dole now? Are they?
So if you were to poke your head out at the south side, you would have free shot at him. But basically, he doesn't know you moved, so.
Okay. Then yeah, I will risk the shot at Dole. Let's see.
Okay.
Where's the? Oh, why not drag? There we go.
You're looking for a 12.
Looking for a 12. And I got an 8.
Oof. All right. Oxide, you get a shot.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's probably going to hit 16.
Yeah, 10. 10
All
plus
right.
5, so.
So that's 2 for Chuck.
Dang.
Dahl walks over and gives Oxide a nice high five.
High five.
Major Abraham comes out and asks Gus and Chuck what do you guys think you did wrong?
I felt like we played pretty tactically. I just got shot too many times.
Gus?
No briefing on gun.
He just kind of raises his eyebrow and looks at Gus. What kind of briefing do you need, Gus? That end shoots the stuff pointed at the other guy.
How far?
As far as it takes.
He just nods.
Unas. What got you guys was your friend Ghost here hit on the wrong side of the wall. The wall being between you and the other guy's gun is a good thing.
Yeah, I was wondering why Ghost is on the other side of the line. I thought it was a mistake. Like,
I assumed that all the cover things in between would also provide cover.
Oh.
No. Sorry. That's only if you're up against them, yeah. But I can understand
I
that.
don't think they're like
mistake.
pillars. I think they're
Unfortunately,
just.
I don't think it would have mattered even if they were providing cover, because the 2 shots you took were pretty darn high anyway. I know the first one was real high.
So let's say there's a full cover, like a line, somewhere in between the circles. Would the shot have made it past?
If there's like a solid wall through full cover, just without needing to take cover or anything, obviously there's no line of sight at that point.
Okay.
But these aren't like pillars, right? They're just like piles on the ground.
No, they're like bushes basically. They're little bare. I mean, easiest way to put it would be they're like a little pile of tires. I know they're rather large piles for 1 meter grids, but just think of 5 or 6 tires all kind of piled up. Just a little something to hide behind.
Mm-hmm.
So, says, well, apparently you guys are not completely hopeless when it comes to combat. Come on. Load up. Well, you guys probably should go ahead and go store your gear, find a bunk, and figure out what your plans are, get cleaned up before lunch. Meet you all back in the mess hall.
Yes, sir.
So you guys are kind of led to a bunk room. Everything seems to be assigned or divided up randomly. No divisions for any racial groups, sexual groups, anything like that. As you walk in, you notice there is a female Jaffa working on their bunk. As you walk over to get yours assigned, she turns and looks at you and says, Unas, get out of here! I want nothing to do with your kind. You whistle in your sleep. So what this is this is a slightly different type of encounter. This is a convincing encounter. You guys are going to have to try to figure out what is going on with this Jaffa and decide how you're going to deal with it. Let me go ahead and share this with you real quick as a general guide to how this works. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll a d20 and add a modifier based on your highest of intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. To do the modifier, there is a box just down underneath the chat area next to the dice that says modifier. You can just type that in and then roll the d20. That will determine what our turn order is going to be for this conversation.
Hang on.
I'm sorry. What was the modifier we were supposed to?
The highest of your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
Okay. That's where I was.
Wait, what's all those threes? What did I do?
Don't worry about it. You probably just drug it around or something. It won't hurt anything.
Okay. I clicked on the modifier thing and didn't do anything. I think I just rolled a d20.
Yeah, you click and then you type. It doesn't like put up a cursor or anything. It'll just change and say adjusting. And so then when you type it in, then you can roll after that.
You could also just scroll wheel up and down.
Yeah.
Scroll on top of the modifier box?
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything. It just says adjusting.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't think the scroll does it.
Oh, if you've clicked, yeah.
Oh.
It works before you click.
You have to hold the click and then roll it or something. Oh yeah, when it just says modifier. So before you click it, you can scroll wheel it. Otherwise, you click and type. Okay.
Oh, okay, there. I see.
So what is your intelligence or wisdom modifier? Which one's higher?
Then modifier is the smaller number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Intelligence or wisdom, they're the same. I'll just do wisdom, I guess.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, a 2.
2? Okay.
There. Yeah.
We'll adjust that.
And then I roll again.
Yep.
Oh, ooh.
There you go. Yeah. There's too many numbers there. Okay, there we go. What you're going to do is, the way this works is, each of you have a number of determination points determined by your class. Because it's not in here for right now, we're just going to assume 3. For every full round that we go in the encounter, you have to wager a number of determination points equal to your the current round. So, for example, in the first round, you have to wager 1. Second round has to wager 2. Third round have to wager 3. If you succeed your check to convince them, you get to keep those points. If you fail, then you have to give up those points. I will get determination points sorted out a little bit more for next time. But we'll just use 3 for right now, and I'll pull it up in the class information later to find out how many everyone should have and get those marked. But the idea is, as long as the conversation is going well, you're able to keep going. If the conversation is going poorly, you kind of get discouraged and want to drop out of the conversation. If there is still people with points in a convince encounter that are able to wager, those of you that cannot are able to add a +1 check to the check of any other character. So you're basically having a side conversation that you're throwing little bits out that helps out somebody's argument. You also have different types of arguments, and people respond to arguments differently depending on their feelings on something. But for example, you can use logic to make a check using your intelligence and any persuasion modifiers you may have from being proficient. You can use wisdom if you're trying to use like common sense or gathering sympathy. Charisma would be just, general personality and the way that goes. So it does make a difference on the difficulty of the check. If you are using something that is related to what that person agrees with. You can also do sense motive checks during the encounter in order to find out what type of arguments may be the best to use on this person. So it sounds fairly complicated, but we will work through it and go from there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Oxide, you are up first. How do you want to approach this Jaffa that is basically telling one of your teammates to get lost?
I'm gonna use sympathy.
Okay.
And do I have to say stuff? The conversation or?
So the way I do it is you can, if you want to. I can, and if I feel like it's a very good argument, I may give you bonuses, but you do not have to. You can just go ahead and roll your die and figure out how it goes. So if you're doing sympathy, it would be wisdom based. And then, are you proficient with persuasion?
Let's see.
Nope. You are not. So it would be just a straight wisdom roll. All right. So you try and feel like, oh yes, we understand. You know, it can be frustrating, but we're all here together. And the Jaffa just kind of scoffs at you. Chuck, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna be logical. You know, we're all here, got a common enemy. Let's not fight amongst ourselves. All that fun notions.
Now, your character does not necessarily know this at this point, but because the target responds well to logic, you can roll at advantage, which you would use the ADV button down below the chat box to trigger that.
Okay, and then just an intelligence roll?
And then an intelligence roll unless you're proficient with persuasion.
I am not.
Okay, so yep, straight intelligence.
Oh, come on.
Oof.
There's so many things going for me there. Oh.
Yep. I mean, that was a pretty good roll. It just, your bonuses are good, just not the best overall. All right, so kind of looks at you. Not sure if it's worth
it was actually, sorry, that's an 8.
Yeah, I noticed that, but we're all good. Not sure if it's worth fighting if I'm going to be stuck fighting with a bunch of pansies and whistlers. I mean, how is he supposed to be able to be silent when he's whistling all night here? So, Ghost, it is your turn.
I guess I will use sympathy. So he'll look really sad because he kind of is, anyways. And
not
basically,
the puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, and basically say, Goss is very quiet.
All right. Well, you won't shut your yap right now, so how do I know you're going to be quiet later? Alright, Dull's turn. He's going to just try and charm up this Jaffa with his charisma. And actually does a pretty good job. Kind of, I'll take responsibility. If he starts, making noise in the night, I'll deal with him, make sure he doesn't cause any problems or alert the enemy to our location. She kind of snarks at that that. So, the results of that round would be you guys got 1 success. You did not end up with any critical failures, so that does not make things any more difficult for you guys. But you do need to reach the threshold, and because Oxide, Chuck, and Goss did not, they all would sacrifice their determination point that they wagered. So you guys only have 2 left, is effectively the way that happens. So now we go back around to the top of the round, and now because it's round 2, you have to wager 2 determination points in order to keep going in the conversation. But if you want, you can always just have a side conversation at any point as well and save those points. They'll recover every conversation you have. So, Oxide, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna try logic this time.
Okay. So you can roll that with advantage.
Is that? Oh, wait. Sorry.
Yep, just roll it a second time.
Second time. With the same... Nope. What's up with all these low rolls?
I have no idea what you guys have going on with your roll. All right, well, she's still not impressed by Oxide. Chuck.
I mean, I don't really have much else. I'm just gonna stick down the intelligence line.
Okay.
Let's make it go this time. God dang.
That is sufficient.
Okay.
So she's starting to come around to your guys' way of thinking. Ghosts?
He's just going to continue with his Unis eyes and talk about how he's new here. And he has to be here. He was sent here.
All right. Dole will chip in a side comment, and that will put you guys over the top. So that is what you needed. It was a 12. So Dole's comment gives you that 12, and that will be enough to convince her. She kind of looks at you and goes, "Fine, I can't stand the eyes anyway." And introduces herself as Emlyn, former warrior of Bastet.
I'll go and put my stuff on the bed right beside hers, out of spite.
She just kind of looks at you like, it would have to be right next to me. She says, it seems you are wise warriors at least. And if you have need of me in the future, please let me know. And heads out of the barracks, and you guys are able to head out to get lunch on time.
Guys, we beat racism.
If only it were that easy
Barely.
in real life, right?
Barely.
We almost fell to racism.
We did.
Yeah, if you hadn't been able to convince her, she basically would have tossed Goss's stuff all over the room and made you guys would have had to stay and clean it up before you could go to lunch.
We couldn't fight her.
Oh, Goss was pretty close to being ready to punch her in the face.
And let's just say, what happens in the military when you strike a fellow soldier. Disciplinary action is not fun. You guys might have ended up skipping lunch and being stuck on KP for a while.
Well, good thing we passed.
Yep. Alrighty. So, with that, you guys, after lunch, are taken to the gate room, where a middle-aged human sits on a bucket. He, strangely enough, has a full beard, in contrary to pretty much everyone else on base who is clean-shaved. And motions you guys to come on over where he's sitting. As you approach, hey guys, come on in. Come on. I am Dr. Jason Berg, but you guys can just call me Dr. P. I want to familiarize you with the gate room, gate travel, and our standard operating procedure, or SOP. First, the gate room is the most secure area of the facility, and is the most fortified. Without the gate up and running, things can get pretty crazy around here, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the baby there has a huge energy and cooling requirements. As he motions above and behind you, you notice a person stationed in a viewing area, protected by a window covered with wall-to-wall light panels. That's Danos, gate technician. He makes one mean banana pudding if you stay on his good side. As the gate begins to spin up and the crystals engage, a wave of blue energy emerges from the center. That never gets old. Gate has just been dialed to P1X774, which is an off-world base camp. SG-15 has been exploring the area, and now you guys are lucky enough to be the next set of recruits I take off-world to bring them additional supplies. He gestures towards a pallet sitting on a motorized platform with 8 wheels that moves forward and disappears into the event horizon. That is a FRED, which stands for Field Remote Expeditionary Device. It helps move supplies, as we doctors are not known for our brawn. Know this, a gate connection will stay open for 38 minutes at maximum. However, the gate will shut itself down if nothing is going through or nothing is preparing to go through. It can also be shut down manually in some instances. Fortunately, P1X774 does have a working DHD and a small cache of weapons, along with rations about a click away from the gate, so we should be able to get there quickly and drop off the supplies. Although, I guess if a world didn't have a working DHD, you could always manually dial Pheonix site, if you had a power source, of course. Oh, yeah, anyway, here, you guys are going to need a GDO. Any guesses what it stands for? No, not garage door opener. Or not gate door opener. It stands for garage door opener. Watch this. As he motions, a metal cover swings shut over the gate. That is an iris. Protects the gate from possible incursions after an incoming off-world wormhole is established. Send the iris deactivation code, IDC, first, and wait for the all-clear response from the gate technician, Danos up there, letting you know that the iris is open. Or else you won't make it past the iris. As he motions again, the iris swings open. Oh, and remember that Stargate travel is one way only, except radio signals. We check in every 2 hours using your radio, with updates while off-world, as part of the SOP. Yeah. I think I lost you guys. Really, the IDC is essential to prevent a foothold situation at Pheonix site. If you guys ever get captured, I really recommend giving a false IDC if tortured. And whatever you do, don't, as suddenly the gate room shakes violently and alarms begin going off. Stay here, I'll be right back. He runs out of the room and followed by another explosion, causing a small eruption in the gate room. The blast doors begins swinging shut, and the viewing room window seals off from the rest of the base. You can see some sort of hazy vapor emitting from behind the gate as it begins to roll towards you. So, at this point, anybody who wants to can make an engineering or science check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both the same score. So I will do this.
All right. Chuck, you realize that this is a coolant leak, which is highly poisonous. And this coolant leads to suppressed lung function and even death if you are exposed to it for very long.
Mm-hmm. And we've just been sealed in this room with this coolant leak.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Is the gate still open?
The gate is still active.
Uh-huh. Is there a valve next to the coolant leak to...
Are you going to go digging around behind the gate to try and find it?
I will confer with the group. What do you guys think we should...
Gas is dangerous.
You're right. It certainly is.
You think you only have moments before the gas is going to
through the
overwhelm
gate.
you.
Yeah, okay. Did he hand us a GDO? Or did he
Yes, he
take
did
his...
give you a GDO.
All right, yeah. Why not?
Going through the gate?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dahl will take rear guard, make sure everyone gets through all right. As he steps through, there is a final explosion, and he lands unconscious on the other side.
Who?
Dahl,
Oh,
your soldier. He has minor burns on his face, and he is completely unconscious at the moment.
can Oxide check on him?
All right. Go ahead and give me a medicine check, please.
How do I... Nope. Oh. I'm clicking things. Sorry, I messed up my skills. Under skills, medicine, I was trying to roll,
Yep.
and I clicked on wisdom, and now it's like, I don't know if I mess up the numbers or not.
Should be good. I mean, it's the same for wisdom or intelligence, so go ahead and just give it a roll.
I think it was wisdom before, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
How do I roll?
So you see where the +4 is in that die down
Okay,
in the corner?
Okay.
Use that. Yep.
Oh my god.
Double click. Just double click on it so it goes to the chat box so we can see how the roll goes.
Oh, okay. Because that was a 1. No, it's
All right,
not much
an 8.
better.
You can tell he is injured, stable, but unconscious. You're not sure why. It's very likely he got a high dose of the toxin and will be unconscious for some time. You probably need to find him some kind of antidote.
And Oxide doesn't have anything, right? I think.
Your med kit does not have anything designed for this particular type of toxin, no.
Okay.
You would need to find possibly like something at a base camp that would have a stronger effect.
Goss would like to see if he can look around to determine, sort of from footprints and that sort of thing, if he can tell what direction the cache that they talked about might be in.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a survival check, please.
Nice.
Very nice. So, you realize a couple things. One, The base camp is down a particular trail. Doesn't look like it's hard to notice, but there seems to be a series of booted footprints that do not look like they came from Pheonix base. I.e., they look like the solid, flat soles of a Jaffa warrior that has come out, and you can tell that they did approach the DHD and then went down the trail to the base camp, came back, and then left.
So I'll share that with the other two, that there were Jaffa here. Or
So they
one,
might
at
come back.
least.
Okay. Did the gate close behind us, or is it still open there?
The gate has disengaged at this point.
Okay. I would like to try and dial Pheonix base and see if we can establish contact with anyone there.
All right. Give me a wisdom check, please.
Yes, indeed. Not a save. This one.
All right. So you could definitely give it a try. You know that the gate room will be flooded, so there's no way for you to get back through the gate. But you can definitely give it a try to see if you can make contact.
And
Yeah.
just to confirm, we have none of our equipment, right?
No, you have your your normal base kit.
Oh, okay. I thought we had to put that away before we came there. Okay.
You
that
went
makes
to
me
lunch
less-
and all that, and then because you were going off world, you were told to grab your base kit. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Okay,
Maybe-
so we do have stuff.
If you think
You-
about it, every time I dial, I'm deleting a little bit more of that gas. So
You hope. So
Yeah.
don't forget to re-equip your armor at this point as well, since you would be wearing that fully. You guys, you attempt to dial. Give me a perception check, please.
can do.
So as you attempt to do that, you realize that the DHD has been sabotaged by the Gould or Jaffa that were here. So it's going to take some time to repair it.
While he's doing that investigation, is that enough time to be the equivalent of a short rest?
No, short rest is
Okay.
going to take closer to an hour at least.
How long will this take?
Just a few moments while you look over why
Oh,
when you poke the buttons on the DHD, nothing happens.
all right. Yeah, I will continue down that line.
Okay. Just as a side note, remember you do have a injured teammate who probably needs the more elaborate med kit that would be located at a base camp versus a standard field med kit.
Okay.
I'll look at the
So-
medic and the, I assume, scientist or engineer that's with me, and see if there's anything around to make a makeshift stretcher out of to drag the other guy here to the base camp.
Well, there is something even better, Goss. There is a friend.
Is it slow? Or
It's not. It's going to be about standard walking speed. I mean, it's not like if you guys go running, it's not going to be great, but it can do standard walking speed.
okay, let's carry.
I'll load him onto there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get
And
all
then-
situated on there, and about that time, you notice the gate beginning to activate.
Yeah, I think the Jaffa's coming back with reinforcement.
After a few moments, the wormhole opens, and your radios crackle to life.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, team, gonna make this quick. We've got the gate room locked down until the leak is contained. I didn't get a chance to tell you beforehand, but the planet you're on is prone to acidic rainstorms. They're really rare. You'll be able to identify the clouds by a pink tint. The darker the tint, the higher the acidity. I would check. We'll check in on you in a couple hours. I suggest you shelter at the base camp until then. We'll let you know when the gated room is clear.
And I say we should tell them that we can't dial back at the moment.
Yeah.
You can't dial back.
There's evidence the DHD has been saboteured.
Oh dear. Well, once the gate room's cleared, you can try a few manually dialing. The Fred should have enough batteries, should have enough power to power up the gate, or you can try repairing the DHD, depending on if you've got somebody who has the skill to do that.
Okay, how much battery does Fred have? Because we're planning to, like, Doyle is down. We're planning to move him to the base camp. Is it enough battery to come back to dial the gate?
It should be. I think those things use a mini Nakwita generator almost.
Okay, so we could do the round trip.
Oh yeah, it should be fine for a round trip and dialing the gate.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they designed them for that kind of stuff, just in case a gate is inaccessible when the team gets back.
All right, so we'll check in 2 hours. You can dial us, and then we're heading to the base camp.
Righto. We'll check in a couple hours. And the gate disengages.
So,
Let's get
how
Doyle.
noisy or quiet is this Fred?
It is not extreme in either manner. I mean, think of it as like an electric golf cart, but souped up to be more of an ATV.
It's gonna leave a track.
Well, I mean, considering you guys are following basically a trail anyway.
Yeah.
I'm more thinking that perhaps I should scout a little bit ahead, because it's not also particularly quiet, and I'm not sure what might be waiting for us at the base.
Always a smart idea. Let the scout do scout things. So, Ghost, you want to go ahead and give me a stealth check? All right, you feel like you're being reasonably sneaky. Give me a perception roll as well. All right. So as you
I
go
do realize that I'm still there.
no, it's more like you, as you go along, you're seeing signs of the Jaffa moving through the area. It does not appear that they really had much of a fight, more of just a quick raid on this camp. As you reach the camp, give me an investigation check, please.
This is going to be less good.
All right.
Or better.
You can tell that it looks like about 12 Jaffa came through here about a week ago and ransacked the camp. Underneath some rubble, you do see that the med pack is intact that you were looking for.
So I'll sort of get it out and ready for when the other 3 arrive.
All right. As you get that out, you do notice on one of the trees a symbol has been carved.
Okay. I will take note of that.
Kind of looks like a wolf or fox standing on a snake. So once everyone gets there and you see the symbol, you can make a culture check to see if you guys know what that is about.
Ugh, don't think so.
Not check strong point.
Can I check as well?
Yep, all of you can make that culture check.
Okay. Oh,
All right. Oxide, you have seen this symbol before. It is a little-known system lord named Wepwawet. And I will put that in here so you guys can see how that's spelled. He is currently subservient to Anubis. And if Oxide would like to go ahead and make a medicine check to get that antidote into Dole's system.
yeah. I'll do that while I tell the group the symbol.
Okay. All right, so you get that in there, and after about 5 minutes, you get the breath nebulizer set up, get that in there. Dole kind of comes back to consciousness.
Welcome back.
As a side note, should I have culture as a skill on my list? Because I don't. Neither proficient or non-proficient.
All right, that's for ghosts. It should be there, but it's one of those I probably forgot to add specifically since it's not a base skill. I have to add it, and I might not. All right, there you go. It is now on your list.
Thank you.
There's going to be several of those. It's just, if you don't have it trained, we can add it if you want it there, or you can just make the check based on your base ability score. You don't have any modifiers to it. So after a few minutes, as Dahl is up and walking around, you hear the radio come back on. Dr. B calls you in and lets you guys know that they have managed to clear the gate room of the toxins, and the gate is operational again on Pheonix Base's side. And he's wondering how Dole is doing. If you guys were able to get him sorted out or not.
Dole's up.
Good to hear.
You okay?
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Just that was some strong stuff, and I got knocked a little silly by that explosion that happened right at the end there. So I think I'm good to travel. Dr. B says, Excellent, excellent. I'll let General Lawyer know, but you probably should get back here as quickly as possible so we can double check everybody. You know.
The camp here has been compromised.
Oh. Well, that's not good. We'll have to find a way to contact SG-15 and let them know that they're going to have to find a different place to go to resupply. Any idea who did it?
Jaffa, about a week ago. About 10 of them.
Says some Lord Whiphead.
Well, that's not one that I recognize, but we'll pass it over to some of the folks that do that kind of studies and see if any of them know who this wet dog is. Don't forget, you can probably either manually dial the gate, or if if Chuck is able to, he might be able to effect some repairs on the gate itself. If he's got the skills to do so. Oh, but
I may just.
Quick travels, and I'll see you on this side shortly.
Okay, so
All right.
we'll head back, I guess.
Yep. As you reach the gate room.
Sorry, gate room?
Or not the gate room, but the clearing where the gate is located. The wind begins to pick up a little bit. If you want to go ahead and roll that check that I just sent you guys.
They were all hidden rolls.
Yep. All right. So Chuck, Gus, and Oxide, you realize that there is a maroon cloud quickly blowing in from the southeast.
Do I think that our climate protection clothing will help with this, or is this more of a get inside shelter situation?
This is a maroon cloud. You were told that these storms are usually pink. You're pretty sure this is like the equivalent of a typhoon version of the acid rain. Probably climate protection clothing is not going to fully cut it in this case.
Okay, let's get inside.
So you're going to need to get that gate dialed as quickly as possible to get out of here safely.
Chuck, is there anything that we can help to speed it up?
Chuck is going to be running things, so you can always aid to give him advantage. But first of all, the question is, are we going to try and repair the gate, or are we just simply going to try and repair the DHD, or are we just going to simply try and manually dial the gate?
Manually dialing would probably be fastest. If you said it's I have to find out like how it's sabotaged, right? Like I still don't know fully what repairs I need to enact.
Time-wise, you can assume it's going to take about the same amount of time to hook up the power source from the Fred and manually crank the gate into place. And get everything taken care of. And there's always the chance that something goes wrong while manually dialing it and you dial the wrong address, which would require you to start completely over. So it's up to you guys. I mean, you have both a engineer who can try and repair it, or you have the strength and engineering ability to lock the gate into place. It's just a question of which one do you want to try.
How's everyone's strength here?
Well, Dole is looking pretty...
Slightly above average.
Yeah, Dole is about the same.
I mean, if somebody else can figure out hooking up jumper cable, like just hooking up the gate, we can work both at the same time. If I can work on the DHD, I don't
Sure.
know.
I help with the hooking up, and then I can't. My strength sucks.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start over with the DHD repair. I need someone...
I am going to put on my climate clothing just in case.
Okay. So we will need one of you two to make an athletics or dexterity check in order to remove the access covers and disassemble the DHD to get at what is damaged.
Is it athletics or flat deck?
Yep.
I will go athletics. Dex. 13, 12.
All right. So you are able to get the cover off. Go ahead. As that's going on, who is Ghost? Do you want to make an intelligence check to see if you can recall the correct addressing glyphs?
Okay. That's a choice to have me do it, but okay.
I mean, Doll has a 9 intelligence.
I mean, I'm helping. Can I?
Well, you're helping with repairing the DHD. This other check is for manually dialing.
Oh, I thought I was helping with hooking cables to the gate while they're manually dialing.
Okay.
Because engineer does Chuck need help? Yeah.
I don't know. Does Chuck want help?
You go ahead and try the cable. We need to work this from multiple angles, I think.
Okay. So I'm helping the gate dialing.
Okay. So Ghosts, you were able to recall the chevron symbols and the correct order.
Okay, good.
So next up, Chuck, I need a engineering check to try and diagnose what has been modified.
Maybe. That's good.
All right. You realize that there are 2 modulation crystals that have been swapped locations, as well as the primary power crystal has been removed.
And is still gone? And is nowhere to be found, kind of removed?
Correct. There is an auxiliary power crystal that you can use to re-energize the DHD, though.
Okay.
It's just without the primary one in place, the whole system goes, nope.
Makes sense.
All right. So for the manual dialing, I need somebody to make me an engineering check to hook Fred up. Doll will go ahead and aid, I believe, because he is not... he is not going to be doing the engineering. So Doll will aid. If nobody has engineering, it is a intelligence check.
I can try.
Okay, go for it, Oxide.
Oh my god.
Well, Doll is aiding, so you have advantage. Roll it again.
Okay.
There we go. All right,
Okay.
You've got Fred hooked up. So, back over to the DHD. I need a perception check to figure out which locations those modulation crystals need to go back into. All right,
13.
you got the modulation crystals back in place. All right. So, now we need to start spinning the gate. So I need Dull will start off, and if Ghost wants to as well, we can make strength checks to see if we can get the gate spinning, and then have to lock it into place.
Yeah, I can help him with that, or he can help me, or whatever.
Well, he could use the help.
So is that an athletics or a straight strength?
Straight strength.
Let me just double check here.
All right. Well, between the two, it will get to spinning. All right. So I need now a engineering check from Chuck to reinitialize the auxiliary power crystal.
Oh.
All right, so you are not able to get the power crystal back in place and then reinitialized. So we're now down to having to try and finish the manual dialing. As the storm begins rolling in closer, need to make strength or dexterity checks to lock the chevron into place. So, Ghosts, if you want to do a dexterity check since it's spinning now, I can try a strength check with Dull to spin it back up after you lock it. All right, that's one lock. And that is a fail on getting it started again. So, does somebody want to assist?
I can assist.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Oh, strength. Can I roll dexterity?
Dexterity for stopping, strength for starting.
Oh, okay. Well,
If
let's
you're
see how
aiding,
much.
if you're aiding, I'll just re-roll goals. Okay, that worked. Okay, so
Okay.
with the help and the assistance, he got it started spinning again. So that is one chevron locked. Ghosts?
Am I trying to stop it again?
Yep. All right, that's two chevrons locked. Anybody aiding Dull in spinning it up again?
Yes, me.
Okay. So it's spinning. Need somebody to make a check to lock it. All right. It locks incorrectly, which means we have to start completely over, as the storm is upon us now.
What is my perception? Is there anywhere around that we can go, like find shelter nearby, if worst case?
Not any way that you can manage to deal with without while still trying to dial the gate. So it's basically you can try and ditch the gate and find shelter, or continue trying to dial.
Can we plug Fred into the DHD?
Smart idea. Give me an engineering check.
Here you go.
Dahl will try and aid you on that, even though he's not sure what he's doing. Roll again.
All right. That's a
There
little
you
better.
go. All right, so you get Fred You as the storm starts, you run over there, grab the cables off the gate when the dialing gets screwed up, jam them into the DHD, power the thing up, slam the address in. Now what?
GDO.
Yes, the GDO. Good job.
Who has it?
You poke in your code and manage to jump through the gate right before the storm fully takes over the area. And once you return to Pheonix site, they are able to check you over for what needs to be done and to make sure you're clear from the toxin. And Dr. B tells you guys you're good. You'll get some food and rest. You've earned it.
More food.
A few days later, you are called into the briefing room with General Lawyer. Says, thank you. You've shown us your mettle and ability to work as a team. Please, take a seat. You are all being officially promoted to team members. Congratulations. Normally, there's a ceremony with cake. He gestures, and an officer walks in with a half a sheet cake, undecorated, with a piece cut off and missing from the end. We have the cake, but no time for the ceremony. You're being given your first mission, as well as Pheonix site patches for your uniforms. Again, congratulations. We've recently received communication from a Tok'ra agent, Kashara. She has been embedded with the system lord Wepwawet, whose symbol you found at the damaged camp. He serves Anubis, and we've been monitoring him for intelligence on plans of what Anubis has in the works. Around 18 hours ago, it seems Anubis contacted Wepwawet with instructions. Our agent was unable to provide all the details, but left a message to meet them in less than 3 hours to relay an intelligence report. Your first official mission is to gather intelligence from P3X 582 and return. Should you bring back the agent alive, you should also bring back the agent alive if he has been discovered as a spy. Do you believe your team is up to it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Excellent. The planet is Earth-like with a clearing near the gate, and they asked for you to meet them to the north. They will find you once you're in the area. So you are once again given your GDOs, gather your base kit, and set up your IDC. If there is anything else you would like to do to prepare, now is the time to do so.
No, DOS is ready.
Report to the gate room.
I mean, in situations like this, like, what else can we do if we're giving our base kit?
For right now, there's not a lot. I mean, some of it is, like, some people, they've got their base kit, but, like, for example, if Goss wanted to, since he's proficient with long arms, he could go ask for a P90 from the armory. Or stuff like that. The other thing is as you go along, you might find items or equipment that you may want to be able to use during a mission. Or if you're planning an extended mission, you may want certain extra bits of equipment to make that easier. For example, going forward, there's some missions where you have to travel by river, so you may want a inflatable raft or something like that. So that would be the kinds of stuff that you would want to consider when it comes to mission prep. So you always get your base kit, but if there's anything else you want to use or utilize, you need to requisition that. Considering
Is there
that,
any information on what kind of world this is we're going to do this mission on? Like anything unusual on it that I might think of from a survival perspective that we might want to take extra equipment?
nothing specifically. It is considered an Earth-like world, so nothing too crazy as far as weather or animals, things like that.
And if I heard correctly, it's to rescue a Tok'ra, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So as you report to the gate room, the gate begins to spin up, and the gate opens to P3X 582. You guys step through and need to make a survival check to determine which way would be considered north on this planet.
Sorry, my mouse died, and I
Oh,
don't.
no.
There you go. It'll take me a minute to put new batteries in it, but I would
That is
be fine doing the
fine.
survival check.
I will go ahead and roll that for you. That is a 12.
Well, that was not a great roll.
It is good enough to figure out which way is north, though. So you guys head off to the north. As you travel, you do see signs of Jaffa patrols. So if you would like to make me a group stealth check.
Yes.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh,
I rolled a 24 for you, Ghost, so
Oh,
we'll
okay.
use that one.
I prefer the 24 that you rolled for me.
All right. That is 1, 2. All right. So that is at least 50% of you made it. So you are able to slip by the Jaffa without any problems and quickly come to a cave where you see the Tok'ra agent is waiting for you. The agent motions you guys to come on in and heads back into the cave.
I will head in
yeah.
hesitantly, but head in.
Okay. As you get in there, the Tok'ra looks at you. Greetings. I am Kashara. Thank you for coming. We don't have much time. I trust you were not followed. Even if you weren't, I must be you quietly forward. Around the cave, you also hear a couple of death gliders.
Is there another way out of here?
She shakes her head briefly in a negative manner as one of the Jaffa steps forward, and a wolf. You see a wolf head helm articulate back. Tari, I am Tata, first prime of Wepwawet. So nice of you to join us on this worthless planet. I was thinking there would be no enjoyment for some time to come. But please, do not make this your end. Lord Wepwawet wishes to thank you for rooting out the traitor, and to thank you in person. If you choose to come with us willingly, you will not be harmed. This he promises. If you do not surrender, Lord Wepwawet will not be as courteous. As he says this, all of the staff weapons are simultaneously activated.
I'm gonna turn to the Tok'ra and I don't suppose you have any of them tunnel crystals.
She just kind of slumps her shoulders and raises her hands as she walks out. She does mutter
now-
that at the very least, Wepwawet is honorable with his word.
Come on, I guess we have to go.
Well, I'm trying to decide if they know that I'm there, because they did refer to us as all Tari. So maybe I can hide, and they won't know I'm there.
Give it a shot. You try hiding.
I am still listening to their instructions,
Yes.
literally, but only literally.
You're taking it very literally. Okay. So what's the rest of you guys doing? Dahl will go ahead and raise his hands and surrender as well and step out.
Yeah, I'm following.
Yep, I'll do the same.
All
It's a
right.
shame we don't have any of the classic C4.
The serious putty. So
Not
you
that I don't think that
are
would help us much here, but it would be funny.
you are quickly stripped of your weapons, and a couple of warriors are directed to investigate the cave and make sure there was nobody else hiding in there. Let's see if Goss manages to avoid detection. He does not. So
I imagine I'm just sitting on a rock in there.
pretty much. You're just like, I'll just stay here quietly and see if they notice me. Yes, they did. Darn. So you are also stripped of your weapons, and you in particular are bound so that your your hands are wrapped towards each other, or kind of in a warrior's embrace almost with yourself, so that you cannot use your claws to try and break free or attack someone.
Okay.
You are marched further to the north, and quickly come across a camp with at least 100 more Jaffa tents and vehicles. If anybody would like to make a survival check to notate the route that they took to get from the gate to here. Gus, you know where you're going if you in time to get back. As you travel through, it is quite obvious that the camp has been well laid out. Gull will point out various defensive strategies and choke points that have been set up, that trying to assault this camp would probably be futile for the most part, considering the aerial coverage that they have as well. And you guys are brought into a central tent, more of a pavilion, to which you see at the end a raised dais with a powerfully built, tanned man with long white hair. On his left hand is a ornate device with a gauntlet on the right. If you want to make a culture or engineering check to determine what the device is, you may do so.
Yeah.
Alright. That is enough. Ghost, you recognize this as a Karakesh, or ribbon device, that Gould typically used both as a defensive and offensive weapon. The man is flanked by two beautiful women, a blonde at his feet and a dark-haired one standing slightly behind the throne. If you want to know more, it would be an insight or culture check.
During this whole time, Goss is staying very quiet and kind of acting like he maybe doesn't fully understand what's going on and can't speak, and
Yeah.
that he's a dumb animal, kind of.
Give me a performance check, please. You're pulling it off with a great deal of aplomb. So, did anybody want to find out more about the women? Insight or culture? Not able to figure anything out there. All right. So the man stands up, motions, and Jata reaches over, grabbing Chuck, forcing him to his knees in front of the group. As Wepawet looks down, these must be those Tauri Lord Anubis has indicated vex him so. Know that I am Wepawet, your doom. Tell me, plebe, what is your name? Before you can even respond, he reaches his hand forward and begins scanning your head. I need Chuck to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Not great.
So as the ribbon device rips through your mind, grabbing the information he seeks, you take 1 level of exhaustion. This is as he begins to dig deeper, he is suddenly interrupted as a Jaffa steps into the room with a chest. He bows his head and with a motion comes forward to whisper in Wepawet's ear. As the chest opens slightly, anybody who wants to can make a perception check.
What?
All right. So, Chuck, you're still a bit dazed from being mind seared, but the rest of you notice that there is a small black cube within the chest, pulsing with energy, almost like a heartbeat. Wepawet straightens up. Jata, take them to the cages. I will resume this later. Take the traitor and see what information you can learn. As he drags you away, the Tok'ra is separated, and you guys are dropped into several metal cages, 2 to a cage. There are a couple of guards in the room, but nobody seems to be paying super close attention to you at the moment. There also does not appear to be any visible way to unlock the cages from within.
So at this time, what do we have with us?
You have nothing. Your weapons have been taken. You still have your armor, your radios, things like that, but most of your equipment has been taken off of you, including your GDOs.
Okay. And the guards are not in sight.
No, there are a couple sitting in the room. It's just they're not they're not sitting there with their staff weapons pointed at you guys, ready to shoot you if you blink wrong. They're just kind of making sure you don't try to break the cages and get out.
Okay.
And how, like, we would have seen how the cages were locked.
Yeah,
when
it
we were
appears
put in,
that,
right?
that it's some sort of perhaps electromagnetic key or something like that Jata uses to open and close the cages.
So who's in the cage with Oxeye? He's at 2 to cell, right?
Yeah, there's 2 to a cage. I mean, you guys can pick and choose who you want to be caged up with.
We can choose.
It's really not super strict either way. But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
about
Doesn't
an hour.
matter.
About an hour goes
Whoever-
by, and Kashara is brought back in. She has deep bruises visible, as well as her eyes are bloodshot, and you can make out traces of dried blood in her face and hair. Jata says, "You may rest here while Wepwawet decides what to do with you. I suggest you contemplate your life choices and provide him what he wants." And turns and leaves.
Which cell is she in?
She gets put in a separate cell from the
Oh, okay.
four or the team is in.
We can hear each other, right? We can kind
you
of
can
whisper.
as long as you kind of talk quietly. The guards don't mind, but if you get loud and rambunctious, they come over and tell you to keep it down.
Mhm.
So very quietly, Goss is going to talk to. I'm going to assume he's in the cage with Oxide, because otherwise this plan won't work.
Okay.
Oxide, to ask her if she can play dead or badly injured if I slam her up against the side of the cage or something.
Sure. I mean, what's the plan here? Are we?
I'm
Breaking
hoping
out?
they'll open the cage to let us break out.
Have you seen how many there are? Can we take them?
Well, we're not going to take them all, but we can maybe get away.
Mm. Get away and then try to open up the other doors.
Well, if there's just the two guards here, if they open our cage, we can see how they did it and open the others and get away. I know the way back. I was watching the way back to the game.
Okay, I'll play
This
that.
is the best plan that I have.
Did other guys hear us?
I'm purposely talking very quietly so the guards don't realize that I can speak.
Mm.
So I'm guessing the others don't hear us.
All right. So you prepare for that. Go ahead and both of you give me performance rolls, please.
Oh, my performance isn't that good. Oh, but it's a good roll.
Pretty good. All right. So
I'll be super dramatic.
And I guess I'm just sort of body checking her into the side angrily because I think my hands are still bound.
yes, they are. So you like slam her up there, snarling and everything. As that happens, the guards quickly react. Grab one here real quick. Oh. That was weird. You guys still there? Nope. That is weird.
And that's why we
Yep.
Ah, there we go. Coming back now.
We
I don't know
freed
what happened.
ourselves.
Everything just went black on me. And it's slowly coming back. I don't know what caused that.
Okay, we just
Fantasy
decided that we won. We overpowered the guards. It's all good.
It's more like Goss, you get slammed with a Zednekatel blast and fall to the ground, twitching as well. And then you guys get your cages swapped. Oxide gets stuck in with Kashara now.
Well, that's good in a different way, I guess.
I guess.
You can treat her wounds now.
Yeah, I can check on her. I'm gonna check on her.
Okay.
And I have my own cage.
The
win-win.
wounds look to be superficial, nothing, life-threatening or anything that you would need to worry about treating. It just looks like she got beat up a good bit and possibly subjected to the ribbon device for a little while.
I'm gonna ask, what did they question you about? What information was taken?
Just trying to find out more about what I knew and where my resources were at, but they were not successful in finding out the codes to contact the Stargate program or the Tok'ra, or find other Tok'ra operatives.
Good on you. I'm gonna clean up her dry blood.
Okay.
Did you see, like you were taking back here, did you see how many guards are around?
More than we could take on, especially considering we have no weapons.
Did you see where they put our weapons?
No clue.
So what's the plan here, guys? I'm gonna talk slightly louder so the other cells can hear us.
One of the guards pipes up. The plan is you tell Wepwawet how to deal with your little insurrection so he can garner Anubis's favor, and then you become hosts.
You guys are that desperate for hosts?
I wouldn't say we're desperate for them. Just that we could use more.
Seems like your god should just create more people. Seems like that solves some issues, wouldn't it?
There are enough Jaffa, but not enough to handle all the people that is needed for the symbiotes.
Oh.
So then they can have more false gods to enslave you?
Silence, heretic! Wepwawet is no false god.
How do you know he's real? What did
Did
he
he
do
not
that
tell
makes
us
you
how
think
to
he's a
capture
god?
you?
You captured us. What did he do?
He told us where to find the traitor.
You could have figured that out too.
But it would not have been as efficient. As you guys are discussing this, you suddenly hear from outside the tent several angry voices. Help me. Here. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull up my PDF here.
Okay.
So you hear a male and female voice. One of them is definitely Wepwet. You do not recognize the female. Do not speak to me about things you do not understand. You are being used by Anubis to further his plots, but you do not aspire to greatness yourself? Is this not so? Yes, I play the underling for now, but an important one, in the role of Master of War, not a mere puppet. But I must bide my time to consolidate more forces. Then I shall overthrow Anubis. I will take measure of the Tari to learn what they know and how they vex him so. The Tari play a game of survival and exploration. They only attempt to overcome what is before them. Anubis is foolish enough to continue to get in their path. Enough! I grow tired of your constant droning. Go prepare yourself for me to visit you later, where we will discuss your behavior at length. As he moves away.
Can we tell who that was?
You're pretty sure it was Wepwet and some female, but you have no idea who.
Oh, maybe the blonde and the dark hair one?
One of them, possibly, yes. A few moments later, you hear a sound outside the tent. It definitely sounds like the woman who was arguing with Wepwet earlier, as she orders the Jaffa to make themselves scarce. She steps in wearing a robe over very ornate clothing, which hides jewelry on her arms, and she appears to be pregnant or possibly carrying something, when she drops a sack to the ground, making the sound of noise on metal. Quickly, she begins unlocking your cages. Quickly, gather your things. No time for pleasantries. Wepo will be here soon. She points to the south. The gate is that way, and ducks out of the tent.
Who are you?
She's gone.
Oh,
Well,
yes, we'll hurry.
yeah.
So you
Yeah,
grab
What did
your
she
gear.
drop? Yeah.
Go ahead and give me.
I got kicked out.
Yeah, I had to
from
reboot
Fantasy Grounds.
the game because it decided to crash completely on me. I'm not sure what happened. My entire computer screen went black for a moment, and then Fantasy Grounds crashed. So I'm rebooting now. But when we get back in here, we'll do some survival checks. I'm loading back up now, so it should only take a moment or two more before you guys can reconnect.
Okay. Was it the dark hair one?
You couldn't tell because of the garment she had on. The
Okay.
robe covered her hair. Your inventory may have gotten reset because of the way it crashed. It may not have saved what was in your inventory, but we'll get that fixed as we go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. You should be able to reconnect. Yep. So you guys jumping back in now. But as you finish getting your gear on and everything like that, you step outside and see the woman distracting Jata. So you guys can try and slip out of the camp. Come on. Fantasy Grounds is deciding to be weird on me. Yeah. Okay, good. It saved your. So go ahead and give me stealth checks, please.
I'm still loading. Hang on.
Okay, just whenever you get loaded in.
Yep. I can't open my character sheet.
You can't open your character sheet?
It's I double click on the profile, right?
Go to the characters tab, and
Uh-huh.
you should be able to open it from there.
Okay.
When you first log back in, you have to confirm which character you're playing because, for example, if later on somebody decides that they want to play a diplomat or something else, you may have multiple characters.
Oh, I might have clicked close some of those windows in the beginning.
So if you go over to the right-hand side, under Player, there should be an option for characters.
Yeah.
And then when you open that up, you should be able to open your character.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
All right, there we go.
So, stealth.
All right, Chuck.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep. Need your stealth check, please.
Yeah, sorry, my stuff was being weird. Here we go. I don't. Oh, I'm because disadvantage. That's good. That's ooh.
Oof. All right, so you guys
Drop
are not
second
able
one. It was double. It was double ones. I want to point out.
Oh, yeah. Ouch. So you guys are not able to duck out of the camp without being noticed. So we now get to do a pursuit encounter. Go ahead and everybody roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh, man.
ah.
All right. So Oxide, you have the lead. Goss and Chuck are close behind, and Dahl is bringing up the rear. As a group of Jaffa begin chasing after you. Find.
Wait, are we trying to outrun them?
Pretty much,
Okay.
because stopping to fight means the entire camp catches up.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm gonna run and dash.
Run. All right. So I'm gonna send you guys the information on pursuit encounters. If you guys need to, the little dragon link up at the top, remember you can drag that down to any of the slots on the bar at the bottom, so you can reference those in the future as far as what the options are. For actions during these special types of encounters.
Okay. I didn't do that for the other windows for the first session, like the session before it crashed today.
You need the persuasion one. Okay. I will get that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Excuse me.
All right. So, because we were close to getting out without being noticed, the Jaffa are even further behind Dole. So, Oxide, you are up first. As the leader, you can do several special actions. If you do not maintain the lead, you automatically fall back into the close range band, and Ghost would then take the lead. But you can also do things like change the course to pick what kind of obstacles you want to deal with, or you can attempt to evade pursuit and drop out of the pursuit encounter entirely.
Okay. I mean, I don't know the way. I think Goss knows the way. He told me.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know there are certain actions. So if you choose not to, you can definitely not choose not to maintain the lead and fall back to let him take the lead.
I think I'll choose to do that because I don't want to be leading us to the wrong direction.
Okay. All right. And then there's regular actions like evasive maneuvers, seeking out what the next thing is going to be for the combat, etc.
Mm-hmm.
This is mostly just going to be athletics or acrobatics to run across the obstacle, the terrain, inclines, and small ravines between here and the gate. So, Oxide, what are you doing? You have two actions that you can do. So you can, if you're choosing not to keep the lead, you would be able to attack. You could evade. You could seek.
I'm gonna I don't know if Goss is in hearing range.
Yes.
Or I'm gonna signal for him to take the lead, and I'm gonna run. I guess not dash. For my first turn, just so he can pass me.
Okay. So what I need is a survival check from you to not get tangled up in the obstacle. All right, you're able to continue forward, making your way further up the slope. And then, what is your second action going to be?
Can I turn back and see if the Jaffas are pursuing us and ready to shoot us?
Yep, they are definitely pursuing, and looks like several of them have their staff weapons out, trying to pick shots at you guys. If they get it.
So they're trying. Shot. Okay, so they're not even keeping our hosts or body for hosts.
Well, I mean, if they catch you alive, they will, but otherwise they'll just kill you. And then they can throw you in, if they really want you as a host, they can throw you in a sarcophagus and resurrect you.
Second action, I don't know. I'll just like hold it, I guess, to
Well,
can
I
I hold
mean,
it to evade?
so if you're looking at the actions, you can do like an evasive maneuver so that if they do decide to shoot at you, it's harder to hit you.
Yeah.
You can seek out what the next obstacle is
Right, to
to
look up
give you
like
advantage
in
on
advance.
maintaining your
Yeah.
position or making attacks. What do you want to do?
I'll do the seek then, just to look
Okay.
ahead to.
Make me a perception check then.
Okay.
All right. So you were not able to see what is ahead or target one of the Jaffa closer. All right. And at that point, you drop back down. Gus, you are now the lead. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I have a question first.
Yes.
So there was just something that Oxide ran through that they had to evade.
Yep, you're going to have to
which,
as well.
So I am wondering and thinking that actually my survivalist skill ability thing would make it so that I have some sort of advantage on that if I even have to do anything at all.
Okay.
Because I have resistance to damage and never mind, it's damage. Okay, I just saw that part.
right.
I was reading it as resistant to non-environmental dangers like traps, but then I reread it. Okay, so I'm in the lead. So
you would need to, at the very least, use a maintain lead action if you want to stay in the lead.
yes, I think I should stay in the lead because I'm the one that knows the way to the gate. And I then will use my second action to evade.
Okay. All right. So you evade. So I need you to make me a athletics check.
Oh, I thought I could do it with the stealth check.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes, you can also use the stealth check. All right. So you evade, which causes will cause the Jaffa in pursuit to fall back to the far range band from trailing. If everyone else manages to keep up with you.
Okay.
So that brings us to Chuck.
Situation is just to attempt to gain position so that I maintain my position.
Okay. So you will attempt to gain position. Make me an athletics check, please.
Yep.
All right. So you maintain your current position in the closer band. Dahl will also attempt to gain position to get a little further away from the Jaffa. And he is able to move up to the close range band as well. So the Jaffa will attempt to move up as well. Three of them managed to move back into trailing. Two of them are still in the far band. And we are back around to Oxide. Oxide, you there?
Yep.
Okay. It is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna maintain my speed or position.
Okay. All right. Give me a survival check as you guys come up against a wall of brambles and have to work your way around or through them as quickly as possible. All right, you're good.
Okay. And evasive maneuver
You're
for
going
the second action.
to do an evasive maneuver, so you have disadvantage.
Or
all right.
yeah,
Sounds
for yeah.
All right. Ghost, you're in the lead. What would you like to do?
Okay, I will maintain my lead.
Okay.
And
give me a survival check then.
okay.
Or, I'm sorry. You don't need to make. Never mind. Sorry. Maintaining doesn't require it. Just if you want to evade.
Okay. And then I am going to evade with stealth.
Okay, go for it. All right. So, two of the Jaffa have completely lost track of you. Three more are still in pursuit. Of course, the two that lost track are following the three that they can see, so they can come back, but
But not if I keep evading them.
They will be hard pressed to get close to you at this point. Chuck.
Same deal. Attempt to gain position.
Okay.
Not thinking that I will actually succeed on that. Athletics again.
Survival this time.
Survival this time.
Yep, you've got to find your way through a thicket of brambles.
What?
Not get all hung up.
Ooh.
Hey! All right, so because you're just advancing and not trying to actually take the lead, you maintain your position.
Cool.
Dole will attempt to maintain his position.
Did we leave the Tok'ra behind?
She is keeping up with you.
Okay. Just making sure that we didn't leave her behind. Then I'd have to lead the chase back into the camp and get her and go out again.
Just for simplicity's sake, she is maintaining her pace with you guys. Dole is going to succeed on maintaining his position, and then he is going to just spray and pray behind him to cause disadvantage to everyone chasing. So the three remaining Jaffa. None of them are able to close the gap, so they are still in the far band. Oxide, you're up.
Yeah, I'm maintaining position.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check this time as a small ravine appears in front of you and you've got to leap over it.
I trip.
You did. Wham! So that means you drop back a range band as you get up and dust yourself off and keep running. You still have another action.
And I try to gain position, so
that does take two.
Oh, okay, two. Okay. I guess evasive maneuver.
Okay. You evade. All right. Ghosts.
I will maintain position.
Okay.
Or try to. So acrobatics, you said?
Yep.
Also something I'm usually good at.
Fortunately, you don't need to worry about it for maintaining. You just need to do your self-check for evading.
Okay. Maybe I won't evade again. Maybe I'll use the worst check and try to get... no, I'm going to evade again.
Ooh. Okay. You are not able to evade. But that's fine, because they are still way back there. And actually, let's see.
I needed to give Oxide a chance to catch up before I ran away.
Another one does manage to lose track
Yes,
of you.
thank you.
So you've only got 2 of them who know where you guys are currently. All right, Chuck.
Same deal. Gaining position. And we are doing acrobatic. That's my whole character sheet. There we go.
All right, you maintain position.
I've really got the meta down here, guys.
Dahl is going to again maintain his position with an acrobatics check, and spray and pray behind him. So let's see. Jaffa. Neither one of them managed to see the ravine. They go splat in the bottom of it. So
Great.
you guys have successfully evaded the patrol. You managed to get back to the gate, as you can hear various forces approaching. You slam the DHD symbols in, dial it up, send the GDO code, jump through, and as Dahl rolls out at the end, he signals them to lock it down as you hear several thumps on the backside.
Great.
I was close.
The gate disengages, and they send a team to scrape the Jaffa goo off the back of the iris. You are once again led into the briefing room where Major Ross meets you after about a 30-minute period. This time with a fully decorated half-sheet cake depicting the Pheonix site's logo and your names. Once again, a piece is missing from the corner. As you guys enjoy your cake, Major Ross debriefs you on what you've learned, and lets you know that you've discovered a larger plot involving the artifact. He also adds that Kashara has filled in further valuable information on Wet's strength, deployment, and overheard information about Anubis's description of the artifact. We are currently contacting the Tok'ra to gather more details and prepare for your next mission. Congratulations. So now after finishing that, you guys gain 3 mission points. One for discovering the raided base camp and making it back through the gate without needing assistance from Pheonix base. One for bringing Kashara back alive, and one for living through the whole mission.
And those are to unlock skills, right?
So from levels 1 to 5, every 5 mission points you gain, you automatically gain a level. Once you hit level 5, you can bank those mission points as long as you want to buy skills. Every 10 points you spend gains you a level.
Okay. Do we need to put that somewhere, or
you guys can put that in your inventory just as a currency item if you want to.
So 3, right?
Yeah, just delete one of the money types or add a new one and put down MP.
Yeah.
Right. Congratulations on surviving your first episode.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any questions?
What were the tension die that you rolled?
So you guys managed to get out before the storm actually hit, but the tension die would have depicted what the damage from the storm was. So from the DM side, tension die gets used a lot for things like poisons, environmental damage, or similar things like that. From the player side, it can be used as a bonus to skill checks. It can also be used as a if you've got a weapon that is fully automatic and you fire in full auto mode, you get that bonus, etc. So it depicts the bonus damage from full automatic, things like that.
Oh, so you have to roll it right before the event happens. So like if we didn't make it through the gate and the storm reached us, then you roll?
You would have started taking damage and it would have been a d6 per round.
Okay.
Until you either manage to find shelter or get through the gate.
That's why I was trying to take a short rest to give you all a lecture on the environment.
Okay. Because
I can give you that resistance to environmental threats and traps.
Yeah, I guess we didn't have that 1 hour anyway on that planet.
Not really. No.
Yeah.
But
I thought the tension die was rolled like before every mission, and it's like the GM rolls it like secretly to determine like the dangerous level.
So what it is the size of die determines how dangerous the scenes are in this episode. So, for example, a D4 is generally considered a relatively safe type of thing. The most dangerous it might get is a tavern brawl type thing or dealing with a politician. Whereas, like, say, a D10 or D12 is much more dangerous. Very likely somebody is going to be seriously injured, killed, etc., etc.
Okay.
So that's
which happened on our D6 one anyways. So to an NPC, but
yes. So, any other questions about the system, how things worked? Anything like that? No.
How many more appendices?
What was that?
Because we have so far we've done the persuasion and pursue, right?
So the only other real type of encounter, aside from a just straight combat encounter, is a research encounter. So, like if you find an artifact and you're trying to figure out what it does or something like that.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. So, other than that is pretty much the general overview of the basic encounters, things like that. So, now I do have a question for you because it's up to you guys of what you would rather do next time. Would you rather do episode 2, which is a full episode, 3 mission points, etc., or would you rather do a side mission and get 2 mission points for that, but give you enough to level up before continuing on to episode 2? And you don't have to decide right now. You can always, shoot me a message or whatever in the Discord as to what you guys.
I'm okay with either.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do episode 2 then.
Yeah.
And save some of the side quests for a little later if you guys are needing a bit of a bump, or if somebody has something like they're going to be, for some reason they have to leave early or something. so we can do it that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Well, you guys have a good
That was
afternoon,
fun.
Thanks.
Thank
and
you.
we'll see you next week.
See
And
you.
if you know of anybody else
Yeah.
who would be interested, you think, let them know.
Yeah.
Will do. Y'all have a good one.
Yep. Talk to you guys later.